next year. Now, know your sport. The bicycle, a modest machine used for transportation for centuries. Its basic principles remain the same today, with the two wheels, pedals, and handbars. But the bicycle used in the top-level competitions is no longer a simple tool, rather a machine filled with gadgets, sensors, and cutting-edge technology. Our very own Emmanuel Ndungu explores the hidden tech behind a modern day race bike.
In this week's episode of Know Your Sports, we're going to look at the technicalities behind a top-flight race bike. We have a mountain bike here, and to help us unpack it is Nick from the Bicycle Garage. Nick walks me through this hardtail mountain bike ridden by Ugandan professional cyclist Jordan Schleck. The bike uses cutting-edge technology to give a competitive advantage to the rider. One key aspect is its construction, made out of carbon fiber.
So we got three types of material that makes the bikes. We got aluminium, we got titanium, and then we got carbon. And carbon is the most lightest one.
Okay. Yeah. And what other benefits does carbon fiber bring to a bike as compared to aluminium?
First thing, carbon is more lighter and more aggressive also compared to aluminium. So everyone now moves to carbon because it's something that if you need results, this is the material to go for.
Okay. I want to look at the gear system slightly. So we have a 1x chainring at the front here, but a number at the back. Can you just explain to us what is going on over here?
Yeah, so previously, before, we used to have the 3xs, which 3x means that in front there were 3 chainrings, but now we have 1x, and at the back is always 12 speed, and it's 1x12, which the small one is 9 teeth and the big one is 51. Depends also with the climbing, so you can change this to bigger if you want, but with this bike now we have 9x51.
Modern race bikes have a number of electronic devices that weren't found on bikes just 20 years ago. The gears are a good example of this, which are no longer shifted with a traditional cable applying tension to the derailleur, but a wireless Bluetooth system instead that shifts on command.
We only have the battery here, and we have the battery at the shifter. So when you shift it, everything is Bluetooth. There's no cable. So when the bike is still new and we have to pair everything so that it becomes one family, then from there they work all together with Bluetooth. There's no cable and there's nothing.
The next aspect we explored was the brakes. A full hydraulic disc system is common on such a bike for increased stopping power in all conditions, especially compared to traditional rim brakes. This bike is currently spec'd with 180mm rotors on the front and 160mm on the rear.
So this is more powerful because normally rim brakes, when the rim is a bit wet, maybe it rained or maybe you pass through the water, then you have less braking power. But with the disc brakes, you never lose your brakes.
Okay, interesting. And then we have the pedals here. So these are standard flat pedals, but would these be the ones that he races with, or?
No. This is just a flat pedal. Pedals are different. Like this one now, you can see it's just flat. There's nothing here. But with the clip-on pedals, it has some things to clip on your shoes, under your shoes. So
there's another pretty cool feature that is on this bike to do with this seat post. So can you explain that to us?
Yeah, the seat post also is an ETAP SX, and it's also Bluetooth. It has a battery here, you can see. And it has also the shifter on the left side. So whenever I put the shifter, the dropper will come up. Normally you do this when you want to put more power, especially when you're maybe on a flat, on a descent. Then you need the full height of the seat post. But whenever you're going to the dropper, maybe on the descents, more technical, we put it more down. Then it goes down and like that.
You use your body weight to just put it down easily.
Your body weight to put it down.
The last thing we looked into was a device called a power meter. This reads the amount of power you're putting into the bike at any given time, measured in watts. The reading is then presented on a screen to the rider on the handlebars, which can help with pacing in a race and track improvements over time.
So with the power meter, it's mounted on the crankset, because here where the foot are, and this is where you produce the power on your bike. So when you're pedaling the bike, all the information will be sent to the computer up here. So you'll always see how much power you're producing when you're riding.
So we have a more standard mountain bike here with us now. What year was this made, or what kind of time period was this from?
From my experience, I would say this bike's like about 20 years old now. You can see everything here is a bit old school. It's an aluminum frame. The cables are there, you can see, and there's nothing electronic on this bike. It's more heavy, a bit heavier compared to the other one, and it's also a 26 frame. The other one was 29er. So this one's, the release system is a bit lower compared to the other one.
So can a bike like this, maybe when you're talking about the rim brakes, you have less stopping power, you're talking about the chain rings, now you have a bit more weight at the front. Can this legitimately make someone lose a race?
100%. With the system now, this bike cannot race with it. This you can only maybe use it for the short errands or maybe for commuting. But 100% you can't take this bike to the race. Otherwise, unless you're just an amateur or maybe this is the only thing that you have.
Technology has played a big part in modern-day cycling, but it doesn't come without a cost. Research and development, intricate processes and high-tech gadgets means a bike like this will cost you at least 1 million shillings. The industry is ever developing, and it's only a matter of time until something new comes to the fore. For Sporty Monday, I'm Emmanuel Ndungu.
That's Know Your Sport with Emmanuel Ndungu. Of course, wanakuambia bike si ya kuenda tu kununua